start the festival of Diwali. Um, Even though this is not necessarily a yoga channel per se, I do love using events going on in the world and happening in the seasons and popular culture to help us dive deeper into things. So, since this is the holiday of one of the holidays of the Divine Feminine, I thought it would be great to dedicate tonight's practice to connecting with her. So the idea of the divine feminine exists across all cultures, all traditions. Um, and the divine feminine shows up in every possible conception of feminine energy, from the earth itself, sometimes called Gaia, Pachamama, Terra. We've got the divine feminine as mother, so we have that as Hecate, we've got that as the crone, we've got that as Parvati, we've got that as Hera, we've got that across traditions. We have the divine feminine as lover, we have the divine feminine as consort, we have the divine feminine as child, we have the divine feminine as friend, we have divine feminine as warrior. Like the, the enumerations of how the divine feminine shows up in spiritual traditions is quite literally endless. And one of the things I love about the divine feminine is she can never be suppressed. Even though we live at a time that is unfortunately very skewed towards the masculine as being seen as being better or stronger, she can never be suppressed. She creeps in everywhere. And it's important for us to remember as we begin this meditation tonight that every one of us holds the divine feminine. I don't care what your gender is, I don't care what your sexuality is, I don't care what sex organs you got, we all hold the divine feminine. Because the divine feminine is the creator of our universe. You see, back at the very beginning, there was the oneness, there was consciousness, there was God incarnate. And the very first separation was God from itself, consciousness from itself, the divine from itself. And part of the divine stayed in the state of non-formation, the state of just observance and bliss and witnessing. And the other turned into the physical reality. It turned into embodiment. And that very first separation is called the masculine and the feminine. The masculine absorbed in its own bliss and still, the feminine generating life, active, procreative. And that, my friends, is all of us. We are all the embodiment of the goddess in every form. And every one of us, according to many traditions, also has a manifestation of the goddess very viscerally in our body in what they call the serpent energy. Some have called it different things. They've called it the cicadas, they've called it the kundalini. I talk about it in my new book. Different cultures have different names for it, but it's this dormant fragment of divine power that lives, for most people, sleeping, but eventually awakens within each of us as we continue on our spiritual journey. So the goddess is very present in our lives. If you are somebody who identifies as queer, which I know is a lot of people who watch my channel and engage with my social media posts, I tend to believe that we, as queer people, hold the divine feminine and the divine masculine in greater balance within us. That it's a very sacred place to be because we are connected to the totality. So I think queerness is very, very sacred and very, very special. That said, whoever you are, if you identify as being the more masculine end of the spectrum or the more feminine, if you identify as male or female, two-spirited, queer, whatever you identify as, you're welcome to celebrate the divine mother, the divine consort, the goddess. So welcome. We'll begin with just taking a few deep belly breaths. I invite you to take a hand on your belly, a hand on your chest, and just check in with how you are, where you are, what's going on for you. Notice the state of your mind and body. Allow everything to soften. Allow your chest to relax, your jaw to relax. Now the mother energy, the divine feminine, loves flow. She loves change, she loves growth, she loves openness. So this is a chance for you to drop your rigidity, to drop your tension, to drop your feeling of things need to be a certain way, and instead just accept whatever is, accept wherever you are, bless wherever you are. I'll also take a couple noises. I'm a big believer in either humming or sighing or moaning. So you can do whatever feels good for you. Inhale through the nose, exhale. Whatever noise you want to make. Oh, Mother. Oh, Goddess. Oh, Creator of my soul, that which is me and also not me. She who births all worlds, all times, all universes. Be with us tonight. Dance with us tonight. Bring us into your frenetic dance of endless creation. Let us remember that we are all your children. And no matter what land, what culture, what time, what race, what age we come from, we are all your children. Oh, Divine Mother, she who forms the ground that we kiss with our feet. Oh, Mother, she who feeds us from her flesh as she grows the animals and plants that fill our belly. Oh, Mother, she who cloaks us and keeps us safe and warm. Be with us tonight. You'll notice as I invoke her, I refer to her a lot as Mother. And there's no right or wrong way to invoke the Divine Feminine. You can invoke her as lover or child, or any type you would like. But she will always show up in the way that you invoke her. And if we invoke her as Mother, it invites her in a more kindly aspect. For what will a mother deny her child who asks in earnest? But you are more than welcome to invoke her in another way. I've invoked her many times as lover, as companion, as my other self. However you wish to call to her is welcomed. Oh, Mother, let us see how you have guided our steps carefully. How each path we've walked has been you. Every path we've trod has been you. You've orchestrated every meeting, every turn of the road to bring us back to our divine remembrance of you. For you created us. You are the force that animates our cells. We are all you. Perhaps you've seen a depiction from ancient Egypt of a star-bodied woman making an arch over the world. Nut, she whose body makes the universe. Or perhaps you've seen a depiction of two Eastern beings with their legs wrapped around each other, the man inserted into the woman, Shiva and Shakti, the masculine and feminine, in lovemaking, and that their primal undulations of sex turns the universe into existence and is made within her. Om Ma. Thank you for the blessings of this life. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. May we be safe and blessed in your care, Mother. May we honor you with every action. May we make your creation more beautiful. May we enrich the lives of all beings we encounter, Mother. Oh, Mother. Oh, Divine Mother. So we've invoked the Goddess, and now we meditate on the Goddess. So I invite you to fix an image in your heart of whatever form the Divine Feminine speaks to you. It can be of any tradition or none. You could picture someone in a Greek toga or a dark cape. You could picture someone with pale skin or dark skin. You could picture somebody made of earth with vines entwining their arms and legs. You could envision someone made of the sea. You could envision your own mother or grandmother. It doesn't really matter. But fix in your heart your vision, the Divine Feminine. And in your heart, envision offering her roses and fruit, sweet treats, honey, milk, tea, flowers from your garden, beautiful silk cloth. Whatever your heart feels called to offer it to the Divine Feminine and say thank you. Envision these offerings surrounding her, bathing her. And we'll meditate on this image in silence for a few minutes. I'm going to invite your vision to shift. I'm going to invite you to change how you're meditating on the Divine Feminine. If you're inviting the image of her as being your mother, perhaps she is now giant and and you are wrapped in her arms and cradled to her chest. If you envision her as your lover, maybe your legs are intertwined and you hold each other chest to chest. If she is your child, maybe you cradle her. If she is you, maybe you are her. However you'd like to envision the goddess being in relationship with you, go ahead and do that now. And say, thank you, Mother. Thank you, Lover. Thank you, Goddess. Feel gratitude in your heart for all the blessings of your life, for she is you. She has given you everything, for she is you. She is everything. Very nice. And we're going to just shift one more time. I want you to envision yourself bowing down before her, placing your hands on her feet, perhaps kissing her feet, and saying, thank you, O Goddess. May I forever be your humble servant. And bowing with respect to she that provides all. How you doing? How was this for you? We're going to pause it here. I'm actually hosting an event in 40 minutes on honoring the goddess for this holiday. So we're having people over and making offerings and chanting and playing gongs and singing bowls and lighting candles and incense. It's going to be beautiful. So hopefully next time you can join us. We're actually just announced today we're going to do a 2-day honoring of the Divine Masculine in January the 10th and 11th here in Washington, D.C. It's going to be a clothing optional event, open to all. If you're interested, please feel free to reach out. And we also just announced today our next multi-day retreat in Vermont, which will be March 5th through the 9th. Would love to see you there if you're able to join. If you ever need anything, I'm always available. I do one-on-one calls with people. Happy to do a complimentary call with you to just listen or share if there's ever anything you need. Do not hesitate to reach out. My website's ecstaticself.com. However I can serve you on your journey, I'm most grateful to. To everybody here watching live, thank you so much for being here. So Walter, Bobby, Ivan, Neil, Alberto, Aaron, Fabio, Raymond, everyone welcome. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy life. It's an honor and privilege to connect with you. Hope you have a beautiful evening. Blessings, blessings, blessings. And we'll see you another time.